Cancer. Welcome to Social Dragonfly Tarot. My name is Eddie. If you don't know already, this is a timeless general reading for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Pick a planet, pick a node, pick a house, whatever. You're going to know if it resonates for you. This is the Know Thyself reading, okay? This is for those of you who are doing shadow work. This is a shadow work reading. Okay, so this is a reading intended to help you see your blind spots, see where you might be self-sabotaging yourself, holding yourself back, the things that you may not be aware of that you truly are needing to work on at this time. Or maybe you are aware of them, right? Hopefully this can give you some clarity as to how you can move forward and really benefit from the shadow work that you need to be doing or that you are doing. It is not my intention to disrespect you, to hurt you in any way, shape, or form. However, I do want to go ahead and give you a trigger warning. This reading probably will trigger you, okay? And if it triggers you, then great, because that's exactly what our shadow work is all about, right? We look at our triggers and we use them as opportunities to heal and grow, okay? So yeah, if you're easily offended, if you have a fragile ego or a wounded ego and you don't like to be told the truth and you don't like it, you don't like readers who tell it like it is, and you're looking for a reader who's going to tell you that your twin flame is returning and that sunshine and rainbows and butterflies are going to come flying out your butthole, then you need to go somewhere else, okay? Because I am not that bitch. So I like to get down to the nitty gritty of the work that needs to be done spiritually. That's the reason why I'm here. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. Okay? All right, Cancer. So here we go. Let's pull from the Shadow Work Oracle here. At the end, I will be pulling from the Mood Crystals deck to give you an idea of what crystals that you can be working with at this time to help you through this energy and to help you navigate this energy. All right. Okay. Cancer. All right, we have apathy and procrastination. I know this energy for sure. And then we have perfectionism and the need to control at the bottom of the deck. Okay. All right, let's check this out here. Apathy and procrastination. There are days when we just don't seem to accomplish anything. We have no drive, no energy, no motivation. We feel unable to take action of any sort. It may be because of burnout, stress, depression, loneliness, or fear. At times we delay things that we dislike or we procrastinate on what we find difficult or painful. However, some things cannot be avoided. So we fight internally and often put ourselves down because of that. Ask yourself, do I feel apathetic? When? What do I procrastinate on? What is the reason for my procrastination? How can I infuse energy and motivation in my life? The affirmation for this energy is, I acknowledge that sometimes I need to do things I do not like. I find in myself the energy and motivation necessary to accomplish what needs to be done. I do it with love and respect for myself. Okay. Apathy and procrastination. There can be so much heaviness in that energy. I have been in that energy before. It's really a hard energy to be in, you know, Cancer. Like, when I've been in it before, it's like I felt like, fuck, I just don't want to do anything. I wish everyone and my kids and everyone would just leave me alone. I wish I could just be alone and I don't want to have to deal with anything. And then I spend the whole day doing nothing, and then the house is all fucking wrecked, and the kids get taken care of, obviously. I mean, I'm always going to take care of my kids. But then at the end of the day, it would be like, I would feel guilty for not doing anything. I would feel worse about myself. It would affect my self-esteem negatively because I allowed myself to just, you know, veg out and do nothing. So it was like a cycle of, like, I would feel apathetic and procrastinate, and then I would do nothing and then feel guilty for doing that, and then it would make it worse, and then it would deplete my motivation even more, you know? So it can be a slippery slope. Okay, tell me the general situation here, please. For Cancers. Yep, guilt. And see, that's exactly what I was saying with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. This can be guilt. right? It's the sacral chakra energy, and guilt is held in the sacral. So you're feeling unable to create. And with the Nine of Swords can be like too many thoughts all at one time, thinking of things from too many angles, the what ifs and the thinking about the past, thinking about the future, not able to be present not able to be in the present moment. And, you know, allowing yourself to become overwhelmed with the thoughts of the possibilities and everything that you need to do. And so you just want to avoid. It's like an avoidant energy, okay? Which is, honestly, with this Nine of Swords, I'm feeling a little bit of that perfectionism energy coming in, okay? Normally I see that off the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, but yeah. So the current situation is you're at a point where you can get back out of this. You might have been feeling creatively blocked also, all right, is what I'm getting off this Nine of Swords in the reverse, okay? What is the challenge here for Cancer? Yeah, the challenge, you're definitely feeling creatively blocked. King of Cups in the reverse. The King of Cups in the upright is a creative energy. It's Neptunian. It's like artistic, creative, singer, songwriter, painter, writer, you know, artsy type of energy. And I'm feeling like there's someone here. Someone has Libra in their chart. I just heard Libra. Okay. Anyway, so this is an energy of, you know, feeling blocked, feeling emotionally blocked, feeling overwhelmed by your emotions. Like you just want to, you know, get away from the instability. It's just like, ugh, like it's just draining. And like I said, feeling creatively blocked, feeling emotionally blocked. What is the energy that my Cancers need to release, please? There's a blocking of the flow. Okay, so the energies that my Cancers need to release, this could have to do with pride. More sacral chakra energy. Jupiter and Pisces. Interesting. There's two Pisces energies here. Gemini energy here on the Nine of Swords. Yeah, and Gemini is that devil's advocate, overthinking. They come up with a lot of ideas, but they get overwhelmed. Like, you know what I mean? The shadow energy of Gemini is like they get too many fucking ideas and they can't like finish through. They can't like follow through with it sometimes. The energy that you need to release is the Nine of Cups. I feel like this is you lying to yourself and telling yourself that you're okay. I feel like this is you telling yourself that you're satisfied, you're cheerful, you're joyful, you're grateful for your life. Oh, I'm so grateful. It's like, so gratitude is great, okay? The Nine of Cups can be gratitude, but the gratitude is great, right? It's a beautiful, amazing energy to embody. But if it's not real gratitude and you're really in this Nine of Swords energy and the King of Cups in reverse energy, and you're just trying to put gratitude like on top of how you really feel, you're feeling like you're missing opportunities, you're feeling burnout, you're feeling like you lack that spark, you lack motivation. You're putting a bow on top of a pile of shit, and that's like spiritual bypassing, okay? So if you're feeling, and this is a creative energy too, this is a divinely inspired spark of creative energy, the Wands, the Ace of Wands. So you need to release telling yourself that you're fine. And that's what the King of Cups in the reverse is like, yeah, I'm okay emotionally, but really you're just blocking it out and repressing it. You could be drinking too much, okay? Some of you guys, you know, I'm just going to say it here. The King of Cups in the reverse can be an alcoholic or somebody that has a problem with that. Okay, I'm not saying that you are, because I don't know you and I don't know your specific life, but I'm just saying that it is an energy that could be here, so you could be in danger of doing that. All right, so what I'm seeing here is that, you know, you guys could have a false sense of self, a false sense of like a self-esteem, or a false sense of joy or gratitude, false sense of fulfillment or satisfaction. Because maybe you have achieved a lot. Maybe you have gotten pretty far with yourself. But sometimes we all need to take a redirection here. Some of y'all feel like your talent or your artistic or creative ability is being wasted, or like you have more potential than what is being recognized or something like that. But the Two of Swords was at the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling again, and the Two of Swords has to do with denial. Yeah. There's something that you're not aware of. You think you're okay and you're not okay. Let's talk about this. I'm going to go a little further before I say how I got past my apathy and procrastination, okay? What is the energy that Cancer needs to embody right now? The Death. Yep, you need to change something. You need to follow your heart and let something go, okay? Scorpio energy, Pluto energy. This is an ending. This is an unexpected change ending. This is a cleansing, a purging, a stripping away of, or being liberated from that which doth not serve. And I'm going to talk about it now. Okay, so I had to wait for the right time. Whenever I had my issue with severe apathy and procrastination, I did not realize that I still had a program running from childhood, from the age of like 3 or 4 years old. I began to dread my reality. So my home life wasn't the greatest, and I had both of my parents were alcoholics, okay? Both of them. So this King of Cups energy could be somebody around you that's challenging you. They could be a manipulative, narcissistic type of person. I mean, look at the bottom of this deck. We do have narcissism. Okay. So basically, I was never allowed to be my true self. My emotions and my needs were always an inconvenience. Okay. Even if my mom loved me and stuff like that, but my mom was just very aggressive. She tried to control me with intimidation and aggression. I'm going to beat your ass if you don't do what I say type shit. I was a part of the generation of, you stop that fucking whining and crying, or I'm gonna give you something to motherfucking whine and cry about type shit. So I was taught that my emotions were inconvenient, right? Because my emotions were annoying to her. She didn't know how to regulate her emotions, so how could she teach me how to regulate my emotions type shit? And there was also a lot of physical abuse going on. My mom and my brother were constantly fighting. Okay, like they were fighting. Like my brother and my mom would like fist fight. They would, slap each other, hit each other, roll around on the fucking floor. And when I got older, my mom treated me that way and physically abused me. So from the small, tender age of 3 years old, I began to dread waking up. I began to dread my reality, guys. Okay, I was living I was living at a place in that time where, when I was at that age of 3, where I dreaded having to get up and go out of my room and be around the energies of my mom and my brother. I mean, they were the King of Cups in reverse in my environment for me. My environment had so much negativity that all of these energies, their negativity were just, it was invading my aura. I was constantly bombarded with their broadcast of their addictions, their emotional dysregulation, their anger, their frustration, their arguing, their alcoholism, all of that shit. So I energetically couldn't take it anymore as a 3-year-old. Even that young, I couldn't take it anymore. So I began to dread waking up. I loved to sleep. I began to dread waking up. I didn't want to get out of bed. I wanted to be alone, right? And that program, and I needed to be that way to survive at that point, at the age of 3, right? But now I have my own home. I have my own family. I'd gotten to where I had moved out. I had been in a completely different environment, okay? I'd created my own family. I have 3 children. I have a husband that I've been with for 5 years, and I'm to the point where, like, we don't drink alcohol. We don't fight with each other like that. We don't have that negativity in our environment. But I was still feeling the apathy and the procrastination of dreading waking up every day. Oh, it was that feeling of, I have to get up and deal with everything. I have to get up and deal with this. And I was living in a false reality because I still had that program running of, I have to dread my reality. I have to dread, and I have to anticipate the negativity. It's like the anticipation, the dread of the anticipation of the negative energies that were around me. Okay, so there's some sort of program that you might need to work on with this death card, that you might need to release or transform, and realize that that some way of thinking, it could be as simple as that, as a program, some way of thinking no longer serves you. And there's the perfectionism with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So you might need to change or let go of, okay, or be liberated from, or purge the need to be perfect. That might be a program that is running within you, because the King of Cups in the reverse, he only cares about himself, and he's going to be emotionally manipulative, okay? And he's going to, nothing is ever going to be good enough for him. He's kind of a narcissistic energy. Okay, he's kind of a narcissistic energy. So if you're around someone like that, you might need to cut them out, let them go. Realize or get your body and your brain to understand that that person is no longer around. If this is someone from your past, or a parent, or someone that you've separated yourself from, your heart and your mind need to get on the same page, because your mind might know that this person's not around anymore, but your body doesn't. Your body doesn't know that. Okay, so for those of you who that resonates for, okay, tell me what the guidance is, please, for Cancer. We have the Magician card. So for me personally, I was giving my life force and giving my power away to a lie, right? The lie was, I have to dissociate from this negativity in my reality. But the thing is, it was a lie. It became a lie whenever I created my own household and I got away from that negativity. That negativity wasn't there anymore. So therefore, I had to create and embrace the new reality that I had created for myself. I was creating more negativity whenever I was waking up and dreading the negativity that wasn't even there. I was attracting the negativity to me. So there's some sort of truth here with this Magician card here that you need to be aware of. And there might be a way that you have stepped out of your power, or given your power away to someone who either doesn't allow you to be creative, doesn't allow you to embody that creative energy, doesn't allow you to experience and express your emotions. You know, someone who is manipulative, or like, this is about willpower. The Magician is about power and willpower. So you're cutting off, like Pluto energy with this death card, you're cutting off. Pluto is like Pluto has to do with power struggles. So it's like you're giving your life force away, and this is a lack of power. You're giving your life force away and your power away to either a program, like I said, or another person, for the sake of not rocking the boat, for the sake of making them happy, okay? For the sake of them being proud of you, whatever this is, okay? You're going to have to step back into your power. Don't give your power away to this King of Cups in the reverse. Don't give your power away to the program. Whether it's someone in your environment, or it's a program that's within you. And all of our programs come from our environment, right? Growing up. What's the action that they need to take, please? Yeah, you need to free yourself. Devil in reverse. You need to release yourself from this restriction. I feel like some of you, this is the idea that you have to be perfect. So you're not taking action. You're not utilizing the tools that you have, because you get like this pessimistic outlook, right? Three of Wands is like pessimism. It's like, it's not going to work, so why even try? Type shit. You need to free yourself. Yeah, and then you have the Hanged Man in the reverse. Discontentment, apathy, stagnation, negative patterns. You need to detach yourself from this negative pattern, this way of thinking. Obsessive compulsive. You know what's funny? That the whole obsessive compulsive thing came up. I actually was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder whenever I was, I'm going to say like 23 or 24. And I took Prozac for depression and anxiety. And then the doctor actually told me that I had obsessive compulsive disorder because of how I was about my house. I had this perfectionism thing. about my looks and about my house. Like, it freaked me. Like, it wasn't about, like, germs or anything, okay? It was just about, like, everything had to be in its place, and if somebody came in and disrupted that, I would get angry and irritable and freak the fuck out. And I couldn't leave my house unless it was perfect, unless I looked perfect, and I couldn't... It was just a whole thing. So the doctor told me that the Prozac also treated that as well, so we adjusted that and everything. But the thing is, I wasn't even obsessive compulsive. Once I got away from... Like, my mom, I'm actually not in a relationship with my mom anymore. I don't have contact with her. Once I had severed ties with her, a lot of she had projected, she had that program because it was a way for her to deal with anxiety. Like, it was a way for her to try to control the situation because she felt out of control. So she tried to keep her house a certain way. And if anybody fucked with it, it was like, we would get in trouble. And it was just, I adapted that. And I always thought I was just a really clean person. And I'm still clean now, but it doesn't freak me out and bother me if things aren't perfect all the time. So I had picked up her broadcast of her program. It wasn't even my energy. The King of Cups in the reverse can be somebody who's like a super powerful empath that soaks up the fucking programs of other people. This apathy and procrastination could easily be from a program that you soaked up from your parents, your mom, your dad, whatever, growing up. And you're going to need to release yourself from that because you don't see things the way they do. Hanged Man in the reverse. Like, you need to detach from that and stabilize your own fucking energy. Is what I'm getting here. Okay? All right. Okay, it says, be consistent. Your insecurities are creating doubt. So if you're not acting towards what you want to manifest, right? In the guidance section, we have the Magician. That's take action. Take action. Take action. Speak your truth, okay? Direct your will, visualize, and manifest. Take action. And if you're not taking action because you're waiting for everything to be perfect, perfectionism, waiting for everything to fall in line, you're going against your intuition because you're thinking that I'm just going to wait. I'm going to put it off until I have this, this, and this, and this. Like, you know, you're going to end up doubting yourself because you're not going to see yourself making any progress. Okay? Instead of getting defensive, find the value in constructive feedback. All right, somebody must be getting fucking offended or something with what I'm saying, but I don't really care. Thumbs down my shit. I don't give a fuck. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. I'm still gonna be here next week and the next week and the next week, bitch. Okay, I'm here for other people to see clearly. That's what it like. Tarot readers for me. Whenever I was going through my divorce and stuff, I was married for 7 years before I was with my current husband. Tarot readers called me on my shit, man. I mean, they really helped me see myself clearly so I could heal and get to where I'm at today. So that's all I want to do for other people. Fear has led you here. Change is required. Yeah, you got the Death card in your energy that you need to embody. The Death card. So you're going to have to change the way you approach, like, either your daily schedule. If you're feeling creatively blocked, I feel like that's an illusion. I see you're going to be coming out of that. You just need to get out of the analysis paralysis here. Fear is feedback, bringing awareness to your insecurities. Question them, reprogram them, and step through them. Yeah. Perfectionism and the need to control. And I just talked about lies and illusions. Oh, boy. I just talked about that with my program. So, fear is feedback, bringing awareness to your insecurities. So this is also about getting rid of the fear. The action that you need to take is don't listen to the fear and take action. Don't wait, right? If you needed to wait or pause, if that was the action that you needed to take, if the action you needed to take was no action, it would have come out in the upright like this. No, it came out in the reverse. You need to stop letting fear control what you do and how you do it. Rename your perspectives. You are looking at the situation in a negative light. This is all about perspective, too, with the Hanged Man. There's something about the way that you're looking at this that you're not seeing it clearly. You know, if you put a little bit of action into what you want to do every single day, into what you want to manifest every single day, little bits by little bit, you'll get there. All right, we have your ideals, comparisons, and expectations are fueling regret and guilt. Stop obsessing over a past decision. Oh, we got another one that came out. Take accountability for your actions. Don't project the responsibility for your mistakes and failures onto others. You have become socially withdrawn because you worry that your inadequacies will be met with rejection. Consider why you feel unworthy of acceptance. You know, I feel like a lot of this came out in Gemini. If you have Gemini in your chart, go watch that. It says, don't give people the authority to take your power. Question their behavior and create long overdue change. You know, some of you guys are really needing to separate yourself. You're really needing to separate yourself. There's somebody here around you that, I don't know if you like, feel like you need to get their approval or something like that. Or you're feeling like you need the outside approval of anybody else around you to be able to take action on something. This person is holding you back. If this is the person that, if you have one of these people in your reality, it's definitely the King of Cups in the reverse. Okay, let's look at the decoding your anxiety. Your relationships are challenging your vulnerabilities. Identify your emotional triggers and work to shift the self-beliefs at their core. Self-beliefs. Self-beliefs, man. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Your impatience is due to your expectations. Let go of your preconceived notions. Okay, whatever this is, it's not going to turn out like the way that you had hoped. You have some sort of like wish, or that you're wishing for something. It's like you're wishing for everything to be successful or whatever straight out the gate. It's like you're wishing for perfection or satisfaction from the very first get-go or something like that. And if you're doing that, it's always gonna end up being a failure or a flop. You know what I'm saying? Or like a false start. You gotta understand that, you know, you need to chip away at something, whatever this is, day by day, little bits at a time. Some of y'all, if this is an energy or a program or something you need to cut out, you're going to need to make a swift change, especially if it's a program, okay, that you need to cut, or especially if it's a person, that you need to cut out. But a mental program, you're going to have to chip away at that every single day. You're going to have to cancel, clear, delete every single thought that comes up that has to do with that program, that supports that program, and put you back into that old reality, okay? If you're thinking that you're a failure because things didn't turn out the way that you wanted to, you need to be a little easier on yourself. Because if you're not getting the results that you want every single time that you're wishing for, every single time, it's like, then you're going to get in that negativity or pessimistic type of energy of like, why do it anyways? You know? You got to focus on the heart space. Okay? You know, take out the whole pessimism and change the idea of it's got to be a certain way. You know, you got to trust in the unknown and move from your heart. Let your heart be what drives you. Let your heart be the driving force. Are you feeling a little unsettled? Your restlessness is encouraging you to explore compromises that you have made and what truly brings you joy. Where have you compromised yourself, your needs, your own emotions? Okay, let's pull from this triggers deck. There's a lot here about expectations. Like maybe you're being too hard on yourself, Cancer. You know? I'll start an argument when I cannot verbalize my feelings correctly. Okay. I become jealous when I don't get enough attention. So this could easily be that you are confused about your own emotions here with the King of Cups in the reverse. Okay? All right. So this is very similar to Gemini, man. If you've got Gemini in your chart, Definitely go watch it. So what I'm getting here is that there is an energy where if you feel like you can't express yourself or get your needs met properly, you might go about it in a manipulative way. You might go about it. It's like, and it's not like, it's stemming from a program. When people do that, they're not trying to be assholes. You know what I mean? It's like, sometimes people are programmed to do that because as children, their needs weren't met. So they had to go about getting their needs met in a fucking manipulative way. Okay? So it's like, if you're feeling insecure, if you're feeling like you're not good enough, you're feeling like your work or whatever you're trying to manifest is not getting enough attention, or if you feel like you have fallen short in any way, shape, or form, but you can't figure out how to verbalize that or express that, you might satisfy your need to release that energy in a way that is manipulative or toxic, if that makes sense, because you don't want the energy to be stuck. Let me take a drink here. You don't want the energy to be stuck anymore. So you have this program that keeps you in this energy of like, oh, I'm okay, everything's okay. But deep down, it's not. You're highly dissatisfied. Okay, let's pull from the Shadow Work Oracle. Self-absorbed. Seek to feel what others are feeling. Express empathy to others to overcome this. So the King of, like I said, the King of Cups in the reverse can be somebody who only thinks about themselves or is not able to, they're narrow-minded and they're only able to see how they feel. Okay? And it's funny because at the bottom of this deck over here, it says, have you been so self-absorbed that you have failed to recognize others' needs? Ooh. And then at the bottom of this deck, we have victim mentality. The universe wants what's best for you, not the worst. Change your perspective. So if you're acting like you're a victim to your circumstances, here's what I'm thinking is happening. All right, we have boundaries right here. It says develop healthy boundaries to make sure you are emotionally and mentally stable. It's okay to say no. And that was upside down. Here's what I feel like is happening here. Very similar with Gemini. My fucking goodness. Okay. What I feel like is happening here with you, Cancer, is I feel like you have repressed and shoved down your needs, your emotions for so fucking long that whenever the shit comes out and you actually fucking say what you need, okay, it's like an explosion. And you can come off as being self-absorbed and the other person is like, you know, it's like the equivalent of like a wife and a fucking husband, right? The husband's at work and the wife is, you know, at all day, and then he comes home, and then the husband's at work, and he's at work all day and he comes home from working, and the wife has been home all day, right? Taking care of the kids, cleaning, whatever. It's like a 24/7 job. She doesn't feel like she ever gets a break. So because she hasn't expressed that she has a need to have a break in so long, one day she just explodes, and when he comes home, she's fucking mad as fuck, and she's angry at him, and she lets it out, and she's like, fuck you, you never fucking helped me, I'm gonna go out to the bar, and I'm gonna have a fucking drink. And he's like, well, what about dinner, what about it? And she's like, fuck you, figure it out, right? Because she held it in for so long. When it came out, little does the wife know that that day, the husband had a terrible day. He found out that one of his family members passed away, or something like that. God forbid that, you know, I don't want that to happen to anybody, but, you know, the husband can't even see. She feels so victimized by the husband not being able to read her fucking mind, right, about what she needs, okay? And she doesn't feel like she can express her needs because, you know, during her childhood, she was told that her needs are inconvenient and that she needs to just keep her mouth shut. So she doesn't express her needs, and she comes off as a self-absorbed, you know, person that's playing the victim, not even thinking about the fact that the husband has things that happen in his day that she doesn't know about. And she just can't verbalize her feelings, right? The wife couldn't verbalize, this is all hypothetical. The wife couldn't verbalize her feelings, so she just started an argument, and she just said, fuck it, you know, I'm going to go off and I'm going to do what I need to do, and fuck you, and I'm going to take care of myself, and you can figure the rest out. Okay, so there's a need to really understand that the programs that you have running right now, They're not your fault. The wounds that you have are not your fault, but the responsibility to heal them is yours. Okay, God doesn't hate you. Universe doesn't hate you. Whoever around you that you might be frustrated with, or maybe it's yourself. I don't even think you really hate you. Okay? Maybe you do. If you do, you really should work on that. But you're not exactly going to get anywhere by having this mentality of, oh my God, woe is me, I'm the victim, this fucking sucks, why does this always happen to me? Like, we manifest our realities based on the energy that we are embodying, okay? And there's a shift that needs to take place in the energy that you're embodying. And you might need to open up your heart here. You need to remove the blockage on your heart and pay attention to what you're feeling in your heart. Because you're giving your power away to another person around you or a program. Okay, let's see what else. Oh my God, everything I just described, I didn't even notice this, but I had this deck sitting over here. And the situation I just described fits this card at the bottom of the deck perfectly. It says, when I feel undervalued, I will treat my partner the same way. That's fucking crazy. I love it when Spirit does that. Okay. Cancer. What else is going on with Cancer's energy, please? Cancer. Light. Yeah, there's a lot of darkness that you need to get out of. You need to shed some light on whatever this is, okay? Because I feel like the apathy and the procrastination is coming from something much deeper than just feeling bogged down or feeling like you can't manage everything or you don't want to. You have burnout or stress or depression or whatever, okay? It's coming from trauma, bro. Like, seriously? Trauma. So this is going to be coming out. Spirit is shedding light on the trauma that you experienced more than likely from your childhood to help you get through this. It has to do with these programs. Prophecy. Okay, so maybe this is a situation that's going to happen in the future that I'm talking about, okay? Children. Yeah, so some of you here might be, this is the situation I just described. That could easily be you, like you could be in a position where you're at danger of that happening. Okay. I just needed to get that energy off of me. Okay. So, light is being shed on this energy here. Okay? And you have the ability to keep situations like what I just described from happening, where you explode and then you feel like you're the victim, you feel victimized, all right? But you have to be able to see it. And for light to be shown on something, that means that you can't be in denial anymore, because there was like a denial that I felt in the beginning of what the issue really was. Like, you're telling yourself that you're fine, and you're not fine. You're not fine. Stop saying you don't want love. You're just afraid of having your heart broken again. Okay? So this victim mentality, if you're feeling victimized and you're stuck in that victim mentality, that's what you're going to continue to manifest more of, because you're giving power away to the program of victim mentality. Okay? You do want to connect with people. That could be another reason why, you're putting off your success or relationships with other people. You do want to connect with people. I feel like you've completely just shut your fucking heart off to keep this just flipped, to keep yourself from getting hurt again. It says you lie to yourself every day. Yeah, you're not okay. You're not okay, Cancer. You're telling yourself that you're in this Nine of Swords energy when you're really in the Ace of Wands. Ooh, man. Your insecurities are pushing them away. All right, Cancer. Let's see what... I'm not going to elaborate on that anymore. Let's see what crystals you could benefit from using. One, two. Okay. So, see, there's this pessimism, okay? There's this pessimism that has been in your energy. All right, so we have optimistic from the Mood Crystals Oracle. Pictured here is sunstone. All right, sunstone's good for the solar plexus chakra and the sacral chakra. You had lots of sacral energy. You had lots of, and that's a center for emotions, okay? And you had lots of solar plexus energy here as well with the self-esteem and insecurities and things like that. It says optimistic. Optimism is the parent of playfulness. Its power is infectious as it sprinkles joy on circumstances or situations. It increases the probability of experiencing success and moving through life's obstacles and is the seed to manifestation, which helps to co-create and shape reality. All right, so you can use fluorite. Fluorite informs and guides through clarity and insight. It ignites your imagination to reveal what is needed for something to flourish. Kyanite. Kyanite connects you to abundance, new ideas, and life purpose. It is a meeting place for your dreams, illuminating paths forward. Sunstone. Sunstone helps connect you to a personal power, inner strength, and radiance, igniting new opportunities. So the personal power. Where are you giving your power away to either insecurities, trying to think about what other people are thinking, or denial, where you're telling yourself that you're okay and you're not okay? You need to, like, the guidance is the magician. They want you to find the leak in where your life force energy is going, where you place your attention is where you place your energy. And so if you are focusing on a lie or something that's not true, an illusion, okay, telling yourself that you're okay when you're not okay, you're giving your power away to actually fix what's going on, what needs to be fixed. Okay? And Amazonite. Amazonite clears out toxic energy, letting renewed life in. Renewal. In loss, it gives you a place to celebrate letting go. In a place of allowing, it will keep you feeling empowered. More crystals to try are golden apatite, agate, or stionite. Powerful stone combinations are kyanite and fluorite, kyanite and stibnite, kyanite and stibnite, or sunstone and golden apatite. Okay? So I keep feeling it's hard for me to even focus in your energy because I just feel like I want to keep dissociating. Like there's a need for you to not dissociate, for you to just fucking look at it straight in the fucking eye of what the fucking problem is and not try to dissociate. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, please don't hesitate to share this reading with someone else if you think they could benefit from it. Hit that subscribe button if you want to know whenever I go live or whenever I drop new videos in the future. I do at least once a week. I try to do a free reading live where I go live on YouTube and I take questions and I do tarot readings for people for absolutely free. Also, you can check out my playlists. I do have playlists for all of the zodiac signs, and I have a whole bunch of other stuff on my channel, so feel free to check that out if you want to watch your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or if you want other Cancer readings, okay? Hopefully this helped you guys, and many blessings to you on your healing journey. Until next time, bye.